Money, the more of it you've got, the better your visual effects should be, right? Anyway, today I'm going to put that theory to the test by creating a Star Wars scene completely for free, because I just ran out of my budget for the video. And this Star Wars battle scene is going to be filmed all in one single shot, which, it's going to be hard, but so am I. Of free VFX. Okay, I feel the need to clarify what I mean by free. So I'm just talking about the software, which is Blender, the 3D models, and all of the effects. All right, so I don't want to hear anyone in the comments being like, did that camera just spawn out of thin air, huh? Did you steal that computer? Is your time worth nothing, huh? Ah! Ah! Ray! Okay, that's sorted. Now let's get on with filming the scene. So to film me, I partnered with my longtime collaborator, Ethan. Okay then. He of course asked me to pay him money, and I was like, how about your payment is you get to live? And he accepted that. So we filmed the scene on a gimbal, and I basically just told him to follow me as I went through the field. Essentially what I want for this scene is for it to just feel like absolute chaos. My main inspiration for it was Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones, where there's a one-take scene that follows Jon Snow through the chaos of battle. And that's what I'm trying to recreate here. So I made sure to include lots of laser blocking so I can add in CG characters firing blasters at me, and a few slashes so I can have characters in there getting their limbs chopped off. At one point I even just put my hand up and pretended to force something, you know, so I can add a ship in there, so it'll be like Starkiller when he force pushes the Star Destroyer down. So yeah, it's random cool stuff like that. And if you're confused by who I'm talking about here, that's me. The guy with the long hair. Yeah, I just had a haircut. And you may have noticed that the saber I am swinging belongs to Nick Fury, or Mace Windu as he's also known as. You know, when I was growing up, I only ever had access to these fat plastic lightsabers that you get from the shop. Even this one, it's clearly had some damage done to it. What the f? What the actual f? Sorry, nearly overreacted for a second there. And every time I went food shopping with my mum, I always went straight to the toy section to see if I could find the Mace Windu saber. But there never was any there. They were always just sold out. So when Nsabers offered to send me another one of their lightsabers, I chose the Mace Windu one. It is so awesome as it's very detailed and shiny, and the blade is so thin. So back when I was using these for VFX, when I put the blade effect over the top of the plastic, it looked like some just big glow stick. But when I put the effect over this saber, it looks like it's actually from the films. It's extremely lightweight, which makes it very fun and easy to wield, but it also feels very durable as well, and not like it's gonna fall apart in your hands. Thank you to Nsabers for sending this to me and fulfilling my dream of getting Mace Windu's lightsaber. Now where was I? And now that we've finished filming, the next step is to take the footage and put it into Blender to track it. Technically, the next step would be to, leave the oval and, have some lunch, then upload the footage to the computer, and then bring it into Blender. And I've tried to track it with Blender's camera tracker, which is free, but I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot get it done. It just will not track. And yeah, so I'm going to use Mocha Pro's camera tracker instead. And I don't hear any comments being like, that camera just spawned out of thin air, huh? Did you steal that computer? Is your time worth nothing, huh? Ah! Ah! Okay, so I had to sell a few things, but now that I've got Mocha Pro, the footage tracks really easily. And now I can just export that tracking data as an FBX file and bring it into Blender. But before we can start putting in all of the characters, we need to set up the lighting first. We need a HDRI. Now, we could have captured one on location, which would have given us perfect lighting, but I don't know where my 360 camera is at the moment. Maybe I sold that too. So instead, I'll go over to polyhaven.com where I can get a free HDRI that matches the same lighting conditions as my footage. This one will be great. It's got the sun in the right spot, a nice blue sky, and a green field. It's perfect, and all of these colors will be reflected on the 3D models when I bring them in. The final step is to add a new plane and make it massive. In the object properties, I will make it a shadow catcher and turn off all of this stuff so that it doesn't cast light on the models and only receives their shadows. Alright, I guess that means we're up to doing all of the fun stuff, which is getting our free assets and what the Oh my. So this is the internet, huh? Oh my god, there's so many free 3D models. It's almost like, oh my god, no. It's beautiful. There really is no limitations. I could put anything in my film. Wow, that was inspiring. So inspiring that I'm now going to actually finish making this scene. So let's bring in all of the models that I interact with first. I will throw that battle droid model into mixer mode and get a dying animation. Multiple even. I will put them back here, then have them fire at me and die when I deflect the lasers back at them. To do the lasers, I'll be using a free add-on called Pew Pew. For this one, I will add a rigid body simulation to its head, position a force in the direction that I swing the saber from, and at this point in the battle, I spin around and follow something with my eyes. Huh? Let's get one of Darth Maul's probe droids from the Phantom Menace, add a path that curves around me and animate the droid to follow that path. Time for that Starkiller stuff. A TIE Fighter 3D model from Video Copilot Star Pack will do. Let's animate its wing being thrown into the AAT. I'm sorry. I misspoke for a second there. Almost had a bunch of people nerdier than me trying to find my IP address and send missiles to my house or something. Then we got the cool ball droids from the sequels and hey, whoa, hey. I'm not saying the sequels are cool, although they do have some cool moments. Quite a few of them actually. Really great VFX. I'm just talking about the ball droids, you know, BB-8 and BB-9E, alright? So just calm down. Just calm down. I've animated BB-8 to follow a path all throughout the film. He doesn't really do anything besides roll around and look at things. Lazy. BB-9E, on the other hand, rolls right in front of me, so naturally I cut his head off. Big mistake. I need something to go here when I stab. Speeder bike, scout clone trooper, terrible posing job, animate on a path. Oh, that was excessive. Now for the background stuff. What I want is for little stories to be happening all around me. So, this clone thinks he can take on an AT-ST. Incorrect. What I did here was merge two mixer mode animations, one running with rifle and the other flying back death. You can actually see that there's like no blending between them. It kind of just snaps, but I think you can't really notice. Now we've got these Lego guys trying to attack me. I'd probably lose to Lego Darth Maul. Luckily, I have help. These guys are just in the way of Buff Yoda. I like to think that he's neutral in this conflict. He's just trying to get true Jedi. A rigid body simulation on the Lego pieces and Buff Yoda make this collision possible. We need an army in the background. Let's give the clone models a running animation, duplicate them a bunch of times and offset their animations so we can have different variations. Put them in a collection, add a new plane, geometry nodes, army. They need a Jedi leading them. Let's use a free AI website called Avaturn, which creates a model of yourself from just photos. Bold. Now for the background smoke and ships. Hey, those aren't free. No, they're not. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! Now last but not least, we throw in the saber blade using Video Copilot's free saber plugin. Thank you all so much for watching. This one took a really long time to make, but it was very fun to be able to bring my childhood imagination to life. So yeah, consider subscribing, and here is the final video. 3,